Welcome to Movie Life Crisis. Join us as we watch the best movies from 30 years ago.
For LA cop Jack Traven.
Bomber wants $3 million or he blows the emergency brakes.
Anything else that'll keep this elevator from falling?
The basement. The game began with the ultimate test.
There's a bomb on a bus. What do you do?
Now, he's the only solution.
Where's Jack? Where do you think? Everybody hold on!
Keanu Reeves.
You have a hair trigger aimed at your head. What do?
Speed.
I saw this in a movie about a bus that had to speed around the city, keeping its speed over 50. And if its speed dropped, it would explode. I think it was called The Bus That Couldn't Slow Down.
Oh, man. Dude, that was definitely Don LaFontaine doing the trailer. Because that was an epic sounding trailer.
Yeah, a lot of times with movies that are this old, I don't have a lot of good options for trailers. I have like the one VHS one that's terrible and doesn't talk about the movie at all. This one I found 6. I was like, oh, these are all good. Like this movie is friggin' awesome.
Yeah, they had a ton of extra stuff on the internet to watch, like making of and behind the scenes and all those featurettes. Those are all over. So people still like it. The people at work were like, "Oh, I can't believe you're doing that movie. I love that movie." I was like, I think I do
dude.
too. I can't wait to watch it.
Speed is freaking great. What's the name of that movie where the bus has to drive a certain speed? And to keep you from making that joke a bunch of times, I just downloaded the Simpsons quote and stuck it in there.
That's
everyone
a good call.
knows. Movie Life Crisis, Season 4, Episode 11.
Season 4. Wow.
Speed. One of the best movies of 1994.
Best movies according to JT or best movies according to like box office?
Oh, no, definitely me. I mean, it did well at the box office, but I'm just saying, like, for me.
Yeah.
This is just a classic, man. I wrote in my notes, like, this is, I think, maybe the best action movie of the 90s that we've done on this podcast that doesn't have Stallone or Schwarzenegger in it. Because obviously, like, it's not better than, like, T2 or Cliffhanger. No, it's definitely way better than Cliffhanger.
It's
but
way better. I was like, wait, did he just say Cliffhanger? No,
it's not
way.
better than Time Cop, which we're going to do next time on this podcast. But, no, dude, I freaking love this movie.
I don't know what's not to like about this movie. It was fantastic. It was a fun watch.
Yeah.
And so this is definitely action, but this is a different action from T2.
Yeah, it is. Because that's kind of I think people even think that's like a sci-fi movie. Although it's obviously, I mean, like,
chock full of action.
It's friggin' super chock full of action.
But like the trailer has explosions and friggin'
aliens,
guns. Yeah.
Dude, the poster just has Keanu's whole entire face and then a bus on jumping through fires, like coming at you.
Yeah, I got it pulled up. I'm looking at it right now.
It's fantastic.
Get ready for rush hour. Keanu Reeves is Keanu bus driver.
Wah! And then the stories are all like, everybody wanted it to be Die Hard, and then the people that got hired to make it were going like, we don't want to make it Die Hard. Let's make it a little bit different. And they're like, we don't like it different. Right. We don't want to pay money for that. But it's like such a good idea because they had a couple of the 90s like one-liners, but they took a bunch of them out.
Yeah. I like that. Dude, I thought the dialogue was good. And I mean, I know, and we'll get into it, like, they brought in Joss Whedon to fix the dialogue parts of it.
Yeah. And
I think he did a great job. Like, there's stuff that I still say. You know what I'm saying? Like,
this is a really good, dude, especially considering I didn't know, because, you know, I always go research, like, hey, this guy composed the music, and this person freaking edited it, and this person wrote it, and this person was the director. And then in this one, almost everyone's like, this is the first time he ever wrote a feature script, and this is the first time he ever directed a movie. And and this is the first time Keanu was ever in no, he's been in some movies, but he's acting like it was his first time. But like, dude, a bunch of first timers just came together and just did this freaking awesome movie.
Yeah, he freaking they killed it.
And it's super weird to watch Dumb and Dumber with Jeff Daniels and then watch this
and then
with
watch
Jeff Daniels. God, Jeff Daniels is a good actor.
He goes from shitting in the toilet and pouring it out of a window to dismantling a bomb.
With his stupid ass hair. God, he's freaking really good. And he's like he's on the SWAT team, you know, he's like doing the thing where he turns the corner with his pistol out. And it's like, that's really good.
They
good acting.
practice with the SWAT team just so they can get that right.
Yeah, I
This
was
was
thinking
the beginning of Keanu learning how to do that stuff too.
Yeah, no, dude. After like this and The Matrix and John Wick's, like Keanu is friggin' for a guy that seems like he's pretty chill and just likes to kind of smoke pot. It's like he spends a lot of time with guns.
He knows what he's doing around guns. Yeah, for sure.
Patreon, we did Bull Durham was our last Patreon movie. We're gonna do Big in the next few weeks. We're hitting our top 12 1988 movies.
88, going backwards.
Man, we went and saw a minor league baseball game in Nashville yesterday, and they literally, like, they play freaking Put Me In Coach while different stuff happens during the game, and they show clips of Bull Durham on the giant screen.
Why wouldn't they? That's everybody loves it.
Ah, God, that movie's still so good, and I cannot freaking wait to do Big. But anybody interested, you go to patreon.com, search Movie Life Crisis, or you can go to movielifecrisis.com. You can do 7-day free trial. Summer vacation's coming up. You got some time in the car. Kids are going to be annoying. You want to put on some headphones and listen to some free Patreon content. You can definitely do that.
With the emphasis on headphones, because on Patreon,
yeah.
We say a lot of wordy dirts.
Not a lot of them, but more than we do here.
Not a lot. Yeah.
Give us a synopsis. Bus has to go a certain speed, and if it goes below a certain speed. I think it was called The Bus That Couldn't Slow Down.
It is a high-octane action thriller directed by Jan de Bont. Mm-hmm. The plot centers around LAPD officer Jack Traven, who is Keanu, police officer, who must prevent a city bus from exploding by keeping its speed above 50. The bus is rigged with a bomb by a vengeful Howard Payne, played by Dennis Hopper, alongside bus passenger turned reluctant driver Sandra Bullock, played Annie. Jack races in time to save the passengers and outwit the bad guy.
Man, I love Dennis Hopper.
Do you remember the Bad Man commercials where he was just like, Derek Brooks, man, he's a bad man. Man. He's like standing in a dark like parking lot, and man, he's good. He's really good. They picked this is a good choice to have him play it, because this guy was like just a regular old dude that snapped one day, and he played it perfect.
The second line of his Wikipedia page says he is known for his roles as mentally disturbed outsiders and rebels.
Yeah, that's perfect.
All right, man,
they nailed it.
He's got a good career, but I think I'd be upset if I was typecast as someone who plays mentally disturbed outsiders.
Mentally disturbed outsiders.
But it's not what happens.
Yeah, that's our scumbag.
$35 million budget, $350 million gross, top 10 on the year, somewhere between number 4 and number 8, depending on how you want to do your accounting.
Did all right then.
Did really well. 10x multiplier
10X
is not something to be
good.
upset about. I mean, there's huge movies this year, dude. Lion King does freaking $750 million. Forrest Gump, like True Lies. The top 3 are monstrous, but then it's like freaking Santa Claus and Flintstones, and Dumb and Dumber, Clear and Present Danger, The Mask, Speed. But this one, top 10.
I think they'd be
out of nowhere.
350.
Yeah, dude.
They liked it so much that they said, "Let's make another one."
Yeah, which
that
was
panned out wonderful.
Not quite as good. It's on a boat, but the boat can't slow down. What? Don't worry about it. Yeah, but awards? I saw some awards.
Yeah. Best sound editing and best sound. It won the Academy Awards for that. It was also nominated for best film editing and best sound mixing. It won 2 BAFTAs for editing and sound, and won 3 Saturn Awards for actor, actress, and supporting actor.
Nice.
So knocked it out.
Yeah, won some technical Oscars and then won some BAFTAs and other stuff for acting. Dude, it's just good.
Well, again, like, you know how we always talk about, like, if all these people want to dress up and recite some lines that somebody else wrote down just for my amusement, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
But dude, this is like, the whole time I was just like, this is really fun watching it, and I've seen it 40 times. Easy.
Yeah. Dude, I haven't seen it in a long time, but I remembered almost every beat. I was like, God, and the freaking music, when the music comes in, bump, 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 bump. I was like, I remember this music.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, that's good stuff.
Do you remember when and where you first saw this?
I do. This was my very first R-rated movie that I saw in the theater. This is University Theater, which is now like a coffee house that talks to youngsters about God. Where they like put their hat backwards and they put their chair backwards and they start, quote, rapping to kids.
Yeah.
about another guy who didn't have a lot of likes and only had 12 followers. And that man's name was, I forget. But the point, you know what I'm talking about. He drove that blue car.
Marge, you know what I'm talking about. He drove that blue car.
So yeah. So it was at the University Theater with my dad. And the whole time I was like, is this what rated R movies are? Because this is fantastic. I want to see them all now.
Way better than the stuff I've been watching.
Yeah, this is great. The whole time I was just, my dad and I both like these kind of movies anyway, but like, dude, the whole time we were just like, this is so much fun. But it's chock full of action. Like, you would think just watching somebody ride on a bus for 2 hours wouldn't be action packed, but it is slam packed.
Yeah, well, I think apparently the they Paramount, I think, originally optioned this movie, and then they decided they didn't want to make it because they're like, I don't think it's going to be very action packed if you just 2 hours on a bus.
Oh,
so
yeah.
like then they took it to 20th Century Fox, and they're like, that sounds plenty action packed to us. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's see some explosions and do the thing. Do you remember where you saw it first?
No, I don't. I think it must have been VHS because I definitely was allowed to watch R-rated movies at this point in time, but I think my dad had to rent them for me, and like he would kind of screen it. Like he would just look at the back of the box and be like, "This seems fine."
Yeah,
like it's just a bus where a bunch of stuff blows up. Like you can watch that.
It's just a bus that goes a certain speed. Yeah. This was the first one I saw in the theater, though. I can remember seeing it in the theater.
The first R-rated movie I saw in a theater was one of the James Bond movies. And when we get to it on the podcast, I'm sure I'll remember which one it is, but right now I don't.
I didn't remember. I didn't even know those were rated R. That's awesome.
Yeah, because there's always a like scene where someone is topless, and if my dad had told me before the movie that there was going to be a scene where someone was topless while I was sitting next to him as a teenager, I would have said, "No, I'm good. I don't need to watch that."
It's like when I went to see Devil's Advocate with Al Pacino and Keanu Lawyer
and Charlize Theron.
And I went and saw that with Father Perry, the priest. And there was so much boobs and sex. I was
satanic imagery.
I was sweating down. He wanted to talk about it afterwards too. He's like, "Man, that was so good."
And Al Pacino's name is literally Milton in that.
Yeah.
Oh God.
It was really good, but he wanted to talk about it, and I felt so awkward the whole time. So
well, let's see if we can get him on the podcast in 1998, and we'll talk about that.
Father Perry, do you remember that?
Do you remember?
Totally
you want to see that? You want to break that down with us?
Oh man,
that's fantastic, dude.
Cool. So where do you rate it?
1 to 10, no sevens. I gave it an 8.
8. That's pretty high.
Say
I like
8.
it,
dude. It's a freaking great action movie. I think it's just the most 90s action movie that we have done so far. Like some of the plotting stuff is freaking crazy, like the bus jumping over the interchange and like the one where it's like everyone get on the right hand side and we're gonna take a sharp left turn. Like some of that stuff is like, all right, come on, give me a break. But
I love it.
Keanu,
I love that kind of stuff.
Keanu and Sandra Bullock, Jeff Daniels,
actually jumped it.
Alan Ruck. I know, but MythBusters even like showed that they could not actually have jumped it.
They wouldn't have cleared the gap, but
yeah, they CGI'd made the gap bigger. They did actually jump a bus on film, but then they CGI'd made the gap bigger.
I like that.
But yeah, dude, there's a lot to really like about this. Is one of those where it's like sometimes it's like everybody involved in this movie is really awesome at making this type of movies, and they did a shitty job, and I don't know how. And this is like no one even had ever done this before, and they did an awesome job, and I also don't know how.
Yeah. Because they're just having fun, man. They're just out there doing it.
Yeah,
just out there doing it.
What about you?
Dude, I'm the same way. Elevator at the beginning.
That's
the friggin' bus
fantastic.
that explodes as it's rolling down the street. There's a bomb on the bus and they have to deal with the traffic. And then they go to the airport and then they're running out of gas. And then the thing explodes when it hits an airplane. And just when you think it's over, there's a whole freaking subway part.
Yeah, and there's
it just keeps coming, dude. It was so awesome. And speaking of which, I'm sure we'll get there, but like they did the showings of this early on, and they hadn't even have the subway part made yet because they ran out of money, and they just showed like storyboards, and people were still like, "Woo, this is awesome!" They freaking loved it, dude. They loved it. So I gave it a 9. I gave it a 9.0.
Nice, yeah, dude.
This is easily one of my favorite action movies of all time.
It's definitely up there for me. It's not like Fifth Element level action movie that I want to rewatch.
That's different though, isn't it? Though, is that not sci-fi? Like, do you not separate them like that?
I don't know. I mean, Star Wars I think of as sci-fi, even though it's a lot of action. But Fifth Element I just think of as like a kick-ass movie where a lot of stuff happens.
But
it
it's
is
also
Bruce
funny.
Willis shooting people. Three on the left, two on the right. Coming. Yeah, dude, it's freaking. The only reason I bumped it down is because it's a little too long at the like the first freaking 20 minutes. The elevator thing. I wrote like this movie opens like it's been shot out of a cannon. Like it starts and I was like, holy shit, everyone get in the room right now. Stuff's happening. Like it's the elevator hostage scene and like Keanu and freaking Lloyd are running up the stairs.
Yeah. Dude, I can't.
Dude, the elevators are locked down because they're freaking trapped in there and there's a bomb threat. They're on the 32nd floor and Keanu volunteers Jeff Daniels to go check it out. He's like, Harry will do it. If me and you, first of all, we'd never be partners in a job where you had to do physical labor. But if it was 32 floors and you were like, oh, we'll do it, I'd be like, dude, what are you talking about?
We'll take the elevator. Oh, no. Not the elevator.
We've got 20 minutes. It's like, all right, we're going to check it out. We just need 2 hours to get up there.
Oh, man. And even when they show, this is how you know it's going to be good. When they show up to check on the elevator, the car comes flying over a hill, and it is the freaking police car is like
Dude,
23 feet in the air.
They came in hot. No,
hot.
Here's my favorite part of that is they freaking hustle up 32 flights of stairs, and then they get to the access panel, and they have to open it, and that's where I would be. Did you bring the screwdriver?
Uh-oh. Yeah, he
and
just
Keanu's freaking got one in his cargo pocket, all ready to go.
He's ready.
God.
He's ready.
He's
And then Jeff Daniels goes down the ladder.
Yeah.
Keanu just slowly lowers himself down.
lowers himself down the elevator cables.
Doing his own stunts.
Awesome. That shit was that didn't make my scenes, but I had to mention it because that opening of the movie, I was like, this is an incredible open to an action movie. I was gripping tight onto my stuff that I was holding on to.
Yeah, dude, I put it in my scenes. The elevator was fantastic.
Oh, nice. All right. Well, cool. Let's do scenes.
Yeah, dude, that's my first one. Is the opening elevator rescue. Like,
so good.
Dude, it's rigged with a bomb. He's got it on the wires that move the elevator. He's got bombs on the brakes. He's got bombs on the safety. He knows what he's doing, and he's got it all ready to go. Like, it's just great. And then that one lady who doesn't want to do it because she's scared.
Yeah.
And he's like, grabs her at the last second before it plummets to the ground. And then when it does hit the ground, they weren't ready for it. And they're like, man, it was good.
And then the whole thing that like I would have never thought of because I've never lived in a city that had buildings this tall. Or I mean, maybe we do, but I just don't go in them. But like the elevator that they hijacked was an express elevator. So where it stopped, there weren't any doors. They couldn't open a door to get them out of there. It's just freaking.
Yeah.
God, that's so good.
Yeah.
I did like. Throughout the movie, this is something that I wrote down. It's a minor ding. It's like Dennis Hopper is the villain. He's a freaking police bomb squad guy who got his finger blown off, and he's mad because he didn't make any money. I get that,
Right.
But like, the first thing is he traps the elevator, and he's gonna do a hijacking, and he's gonna get paid. He blows up the elevator cables. Then he booby traps the freaking elevator emergency brakes. Then he booby traps the elevator that he's in. Then he's wearing a bombed vest. Then he booby traps the exit door that he's going to run out. It's like, dude, how much of the city did he wire to explode for every one of these?
He's ready.
things?
He was planning ahead. He knows the police and what they're going to do, so he was ready.
Yeah, dude, he set like 7 distinct bombs for every single part of this movie. And I was like, everything that you would think he wouldn't have thought to wire up to explode, he had wired up to explode.
He did.
He's like got freaking Keanu's like bagels wired to explode. It's like, I don't know how he did that, but he did it.
Dude, that scene too, I didn't put that on there when the bus blows up.
Which time?
No, I'm saying like the one that in the beginning when he gets his bagel.
Yeah. Oh, the
And
other
that
bus blows up. Yes.
Yeah, that first bus blows up. Dude, that was really cool. He was like getting close and you could tell it was like hot and he was like holding his shirt up.
Yeah,
So
dude,
he was doing
that
his
was
own
not
stunts, getting all
CGI. He
close.
was literally jogging next to a bus that was just on fire.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Yeah, I read
Would they
the,
let Keanu do that now?
Probably not. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
he's producing most of his action movies now, so he probably can do whatever he wants, like Tom Cruise. I think I read they used like 9 buses for this movie. No, 11 of one type and then 3 of a different type for the film's production. 14.
Yeah.
2 were blown up. 1 was used for the high-speed scenes. 1 had the front cut off so they could shoot inside. 1
Yeah.
was used just for the underneath the bus shots. And then
Yeah,
1 was
yeah.
used for the bus jump, which once they jumped, the bus was trashed.
That was no more bus.
Yeah.
Did you see the thing, the rig where the guy was up on the top driving and Sandra Bullock's like wheel wasn't connected to anything?
Dude, I love when they do that.
Me too. That's so cool. Like the bus jump. The driver was in the middle of the bus.
Yeah, he was suspended because otherwise, when the bus lands, if he like smashes, he could damage a spinal column from sitting in the seat. So they had him like suspended in a harness.
That's friggin' awesome. Like 15 feet back, like in the middle of the bus.
Yeah.
That's friggin' great.
I know, dude. That's awesome.
Ah, man. That's good stuff.
So your first scene is the elevator rescue scene?
Yeah, elevators first. What's yours?
God, it's so badass. My first one is when Keanu gets on the bus. He freaking takes this guy's car. He takes Toon Man's car.
Toon Man.
Yeah, that's what
He's in number 2. He's in number 2 also.
Yeah, I know he is. It's this freaking this black guy with dreadlocks. He takes his car, and he's like, "This is my car. I did not steal it." And he's like, "I'm stealing it. Move over." I don't know why Keanu never shows his badge. He just points his gun at people. He's just go like, "I'm
you
just
don't need
borrowing."
it. If you have, what? Show him your badge. Show him your badge. You want badges, mother bitch?
And dude, and Keanu, right before that, he's driving because the freaking Toon Man is in the passenger seat, and Keanu is just like, "You don't have to go so fast, man. Just take it easy." And he's got to get onto the bus, so he opens. He goes, "Are you insured?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm insured." He opens the doors, freaking slams on the brakes. The bus takes the door off.
Yeah,
and Toon Man is very upset.
Yeah,
and then
Keanu's very nice. Jack.
And Keanu is like, "I need your phone." He's like, "Man, take the phone.
Take the phone."
God, it was one of my favorite parts of the whole movie. He was like, "Take the phone."
And then he jumps out of the car.
Onto
the bus.
Yeah,
come on, man. What's like? The whole thing was fantastic,
dude. This and the director Jan. This is his first time directing a feature, but he did do cinematography and photography stuff on like Die Hard and a bunch of. So he's shot a bunch of action movies. This is just his first time directing, but you could tell he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could tell he's been part of that for before. So my next scene is when they jump the bus. The fact that they make it all the way onto the freeway, they're trying to figure out a way to get the people off of the bus or do whatever. And the fact that he's like, "Hey, sir, I have a problem. The highway's not finished." And he's like, "What do you mean it's not finished? It's finished on the map." It's like, "I guess they fell behind." Like that whole thing. And then he calls Jack over to the door and he's standing there and they're driving 50 miles an hour on the highway. Yeah. And he's like whispering, he's like, "Jack, there's a gap on the road up ahead." And he was just like, "A gap? How far?" They didn't know what to do, and he makes her freaking floor it, and then they jump the gap. And again, I can remember like on the DVD watching the special features where they show the guy hitting the ramp and actually jumping the bus for film so they can go back and just edit it out. That's all dude, what? They jumped a bus. Come on.
The thing that I really like about that is that they actually shot this movie on the 105 freeway, which at that time was brand new and had not been completed. So like they added that bus jump because the director realized as they're shooting, there are parts of this interstate that haven't been finished.
Right. Yeah, he said he was driving home one day and saw it. Yeah.
So he goes to the writer, Graham Yost, and he's like, "You got to put in a scene where the bus has to jump a gap because parts of this." So like that part's awesome because this is actually what LA in 1996 or 1994 looks like. This freeway is like incomplete. Like that freaking verisimilitude or whatever is fantastic.
I really, I don't know. So I've always liked the bus jumping scene. Like I know that's a separate scene. You know what part I'm talking about, but like all the parts are cool. And even when they're getting off of the freeway and they got that car that's being pulled up by the wrecker and they hit the back of it and it flies over the top of the truck.
Yeah.
Like I love that kind of stuff too. And like, dude, I don't know. It was hard for me to pick because a lot of it, you just go, I like the part on the bus.
Yeah, that's the whole movie. That's like an hour and 20 minutes of the 2 hours is them on the bus.
Yeah. So you can't just say that. I like the elevator, the bus, and the subway. Those are my three scenes.
Those are my three scenes. The three action set pieces that comprise 99% of this movie. Yeah, no, man, I'm with you.
That's not the bagel shop.
I actually think it's kind of hard to me at least, because I don't know anything about this. It seems like it would be hard to write. It's like, okay, they're on the bus, but then what happens? It's like, well, they can't slow down. I know that, but then what? Like, you have to keep coming up with stuff. It's like, well, I have to take a sharp turn. And it's like, and then a freaking homeless person pushes a baby buggy out in front of him and she smashes into it, but it's really just full of tin cans.
I know we're going to get to this at the end when we talk about the worst, but what in the hell was that?
I don't know. That where I'm from, the homeless people keep their tin cans and shopping carts, and that's way less confusing. I don't know why you would use a baby buggy.
It's not even that it's in a baby buggy. That part's fine. And the fact that it happened and she was freaking out and he was like, it's cans, it's only cans, or whatever he was saying.
I am Keanu Dracula.
I just don't understand why that lady had her baby carriage and was like, okay, bye. And then just started walking out. Like, I made it this far in life. You're all going to have to stop.
Yeah. I don't know. But all that stuff, it's like, I guess you just go like, okay, they're on a bus for like most of the movies. Things have to happen while they're on their bus. So like one guy will think the cop's there for him and he's going to pull his gun. He's going to shoot the driver. And then he's going to try to look underneath the bus and he's going to almost slip and he's going to puncture the gas tank at one point. She's going to take a really sharp turn. Everyone has to get on one side to counterbalance the weight. Like, you're just like throwing out ideas. And then the director's like, hey man, I saw there's a gap in the freeway. Put in a thing about that. He's like, all right, goddamn it. It's like, we're going to jump the gap.
Meanwhile, all the stuff you were just like throwing out there, that guy's writing down and he's just putting all of it in the movie. Everything you just said.
It's all in there, which is one of my only complaints is that I think we could have, I'm not going to say lose any weight. I'm just going to say tighten. Just look at the scale.
Tightened it up a little bit.
Take away 15 and then just come back with that.
I don't know. I always think like it was pretty good like it was.
I don't like to be, shout out to our friend Jonas, that bus would never do that. The physics don't allow it. But you can see even in the slow motion shot that as soon as the bus leaves the ramp, because it's extremely heavy, it just freaking starts pointing right down. It's like, you can't. Like, you just can't jump stuff with buses. That's not how buses work.
They were saying how like when they first hit the ramp, how the front end went way higher than they thought.
Yeah.
And then it came down with such authority that they were like, well, we can't use that bus anymore. It's like having all the different 11 friggin' generalese during the filming of Dukes of Hazzard. Every time they jump a bridge, they got to get a whole new general.
Time for a brand new car. Dude, I actually like that you have it on your best and I have it on my worst, because I think that's actually where it should be. It is both the best and the worst. It's the best because it's an incredible stunt.
Yeah.
And it's the worst because it makes absolutely no sense.
No sense. And the fact that he just saw it driving home from work, like filming this movie and driving home, and they're like, oh, it's a gap in there. Wouldn't it be cool if the bus jumped that?
Yeah, dude.
What the hell? That's great.
That's amazing. My next one is, dude, all of my scenes are on the bus. It's when he gets on the freaking rolling skateboard trying to defuse the bomb while talking on an old school giant cell phone.
Dude, that was my next one.
They're at the airport, they're just circling, and he's on the they just put him on a freaking rolling cart. He goes underneath the bus to look at the bomb. And he's on the phone to Jeff Daniels, who's too shot to help, but is not too shot to later on go freaking raid Dennis Hopper's house.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, you got to trim back the insulation. And he puts his freaking wire clippers on the wire while the bus is like bouncing around over old tires and shit.
Yeah. Not good.
And then, of course, the metal like tow hook, it gets detached and he's hanging onto the bus, and to hold himself onto the bus, he jams a screwdriver into the gas tank and uses that to hold himself up. And then the bus passengers pull him back in. I always liked that part.
Yeah, dude, that's because it's fantastic. Something about that cart with like the big rubber wheels.
Yeah.
Like tiny little race car wheels, and they're on that cart. I don't even know what you use that cart for. I guess what he was using it for, just not being pulled.
It's like, boy, I'm glad the LAPD had their tow truck with the race car cart with the tow chain like already there at the airport in case they needed it.
That's just at the airport.
Yeah. But that part was awesome. I liked it. It's ludicrous. And he got up and he's like, yeah, it's like, we're losing fuel. And Sandra Bullock's like, did you think we needed to make this any harder?
Yeah. And then what's his name? Joe Morgan's outside. He's like, how many lives you got, man? This is what I don't get. They're circling the airport.
Yeah.
The tire comes off while he's just going under there to start looking at the bomb. And they make it all the way back around, and that's the tire that hits his cart that makes him have to let go and grab the thing. How wide are these turns that you can turn and the wire that's holding him doesn't get trapped up under the wheel. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying that it's Sandra Bullock's fault because she's a woman driver.
Yeah. She passed the bus test, by the way, before she made this movie. She technically could drive that bus if she needed to.
Oh, man. God, she's freaking awesome. This is the
Yeah,
weirdest.
she's great.
They offered that role to Halle Berry, and she turned it down. And normally, I'm always a fan of more Halle Berry, but freaking Sandra Bullock is so great in that movie.
Yeah, she did. This was the answer. She did it correctly.
What's your next
dude,
scene?
That's the scene I had too. Like
Nice.
He and Ortiz has to like open the panel and like pull him up, and they run over the thing, and she's like, oh my god, look out the back. Did he come out the back? What?
The
And
passengers keep running from the front to the back to see if he got rolled.
He's like, he's not back here. He's not back here. And she's like, what? It was freaking great. That was definitely my scene. Also, I know they said he did like 99% of his stunts.
Yeah.
And I know they had a bus that was a little bit higher so they could film under it. Is Keanu like under a bus while it's moving? It freaking looks like it, dude.
It does look like it. I hope that that's not what happened, because that seems really dangerous.
The whole thing seems dangerous. I don't like the scene where she's driving and he's about to roll under the bus, and they're releasing the winch and he's going closer to the bus.
Yeah.
As that's happening, he's looking up at her and holding on to the side of the cart, and the freaking pavement's moving by pretty quick, dude.
It did look like it was moving by pretty. I feel like there's had to have been a bunch of stuff there we couldn't see to make that safe, because that seems super
terrifying.
dangerous.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
They did say that when he started the movie, he was like, I'm not an action hero. I don't know how to do any of this stuff. And then like he started to get into it and started to like want to do more of the stunts, like jumping back onto the bus. Like he actually did that himself. And
God bless. That's freaking amazing. What's not to like about Keanu again?
Dude, just that he's not good at acting. I love Keanu.
I freaking really like him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my third. That was my third one also. Trying to get the bomb, defuse the bomb while it's moving.
Yeah, that was my second one. My third one is when they figure out that Dennis Hopper's got a camera on the bus looking at them, and they loop the video. Like just the whole thing. Keanu's like, Dennis Hopper calls Sandra Bullock. He's like, "You, the Wildcat, I'll blow everything up." Yeah, and he's like, and he sees something on her. It's like Arizona State. He's like, "You went to Arizona State?" She's like, "Yeah." It's like, "Good football team." He's like, "I don't know." He's like, "Wildcats." It's like he can see us.
Yeah,
like, and then they figure out, and then freaking Joe Morgan runs to the news van. It's like, hey, grab this UHF signal, and then like whatever, loop it, record it, and then we're gonna freaking broadcast it to like.
I really don't know how that works on tape.
Yeah, dude, I have no idea.
I really, really think Keanu did a lot of these stunts.
He did. He definitely did a lot of them, and he said, and also like. He spent like a couple months like training to get in shape. You could tell like his arms. I was like, dude, Keanu's looking jacked.
Yeah, he's ripped in that tight white T-shirt.
Yeah,
my T-shirts are just as tight, and they look completely different. I don't understand.
Not for the same reason. Yeah. What? Let's do quotes, man. What's your first quote?
All right. The first one is pop quiz hotshot.
Yeah. That's mine too.
That's I mean, for reals. Like. He says that when he's, first of all, Jeff Daniels gives him a pop quiz to see what he would do, and he ends up shooting the hostage, which I had as an honorable mention, shoot the hostage, because I used to say that a lot when I didn't know what the answer was. I was just I don't know, shoot the hostage.
Shoot the hostage.
There's no good answers. Shoot the hostage.
Yeah.
But then I did that one time when we tried to order pizza and that we couldn't decide on the toppings. And I said, I don't know, shoot the hostage. And I got a sausage pizza and I didn't like that. So I don't say that anymore. But
you just say pepperoni.
Right. So he says pop quiz hot shot. And then Howard Payne, the guy, the bad guy, says it again to him when he's got him held at gunpoint or at bomb point, which is cool. I like that.
I got that one also. The next one is Keanu is underneath the bus looking at the device, and then Alan Ruck is on his cell phone with Jeff Daniels, like relaying information to Jeff Daniels. And he tells, Keanu says something to Alan Ruck. Alan Ruck says it to Jeff Daniels. Jeff Daniels is like back at home base looking at these giant like bomb drawings.
Yeah.
And Jeff Daniels goes, me. And Alan Ruck looks at Keanu. Keanu's like, what do you say? And he's like, oh, darn.
Oh, darn. Dude, I what's not to love about Cameron?
I love Alan Ruck.
Dude, he did a really good job. The whole scene right there when he first starts talking to Sandra Bullock, that whole gum scene, she improvised that because she was like, I'm not sitting by this guy, and you got to come up with a way to get out of there. So she's like, can you believe it? Gum on my seat.
God, that's fantastic.
Everybody wanted to get away from him. Dude, my third one is by him, so I'm going to say that one, where he says, they're the police. Your taxes pay their salary. Hey, if you die, they're going to take a pay cut. I mean, I'm just saying. Oh, my God. When he says that shit, that's fantastic.
It's one of those things where it's like when the movie starts and I forgot that he was in it, I'm thinking like, I feel like he's too big to be in this role, like the sixth biggest role in this movie. But then at the end of it, I'm like, man, that performance was so memorable. That probably was really smart for him to take that because he's awesome.
Yeah. Because you recognize him, but you don't even need to know that it's him. Like he melts into the role.
I always know that it's Cameron from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Every time I see him in anything, freaking Spin City, like doesn't matter. Scrubs, it's always like, hey, it's them. But he's always awesome. My third quote is at the end. Keanu's like yelling at Dennis Hopper. He's like, "You're crazy," and Dennis Hopper goes, "Poor people are crazy. I'm eccentric."
Yeah, I do like that. I don't know that it's what Dennis Hopper says, but it's how he says it.
Yeah,
because he always says it. God, it's so friggin'. It's just good. I don't know. He's got a really good way of saying those things.
Yeah, dude. The Janet Maslin, the movie reviewer for the New York Times, wrote when this movie was released, Mr. Hopper finds new ways to convey crazy menace with each new role. Certainly, he's the most colorful figure in a film that wastes no time on character development or personality. And I 100% agree.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like there's no character development at all. It's just Dennis Hopper being freaking crazy and weird, and it's awesome.
Just friggin' cray. Yeah, absolutely. Dude, I had like a couple other ones written down, like the one where he says, like, "Did you have any luck with the bomb?" Yeah, it didn't go off. Like stuff like that. And like when he Ortiz Gigantor pulls him up through the panel on the floor, and he was like, "Man, you're not very bright, but you got some big, round, hairy cojones." I freaking like that too. I used to say that all the time when I was younger because I didn't know what that meant.
And then he says to Ortiz, he's like, "That's very gross, Ortiz." Like, dude, all that stuff, all those little throwaway lines are such Joss Whedon. Like you can tell that someone who's really good at dialogue and like, is there anything that can stop that elevator? Yeah, the basement. Like all that stuff is like, that's all Joss Whedon stuff.
Yeah, it's like driving a really big Pinto. Oh man. What about the very last thing I had written down for honorable mention scenes when he says like, "Well, I'm going to go home and have some sex." He's like, "Harry, you're going to go home and puke." Well, that'll be fun too. I freaking like that.
Yeah, dude, and even like the dumb stuff where it's like they're at the bar celebrating. It's like, and cheers to Jack for doing something we've all wanted to do, which is shoot Harry.
Yeah.
Like all that stuff is awesome.
Or when he presses the elevator button. It's a good thing you pressed it. You never know if it's really working.
It was lit up again, but I'm glad that you went ahead and pressed it anyway, just to make sure.
Jesus, Bob, what button did you press? Like, oh man, Joss Whedon's good at that.
Yeah, he is. Characters?
I'm sure we have a lot of the same.
Dude, my first one is Keanu, who's playing Jack somebody.
Jack Traven.
Yeah, Jack Traven.
Keanu bus driver. No, Keanu police officer.
Keanu police officer.
That's who I had first too. Dude, he's
awesome, man.
Yeah, what's not to like?
It's such a good.
He's just good looking enough for all the ladies to like him. He's just not ripped enough for all the guys that have problems with this sort of thing to not be mad at him.
Yeah, that's what the director said. It's like he's not threatening to men because he's not that bulky, and he looks great to women. I was like,
dude, that's exactly what I was thinking.
That's like, literally what the director said when he cast him. He's like, he saw him in Point Break. He's like, I like him. He's got a vulnerability. He's not threatening to men because he's not super jacked, and women like him. It's like, yeah.
I had an uncle that said that. He was like, I don't watch Stallone. I mean, he takes his shirt off. I'm like, Jesus Christ. What am I supposed to do about that? I'm like, what do you mean? What? So there's people out there that are actually like that.
Dude, especially in 94, I can only imagine. It's like, I'm not going to a movie with Stallone's shirt's off. I don't want people thinking I'm gay.
Leaving the gay seat. Oh, man. It's so stupid. Yeah, I had Jack Traven also. Who's your second one? I picked Annie Porter.
Yeah, I picked Sandra Bullock,
Sandy
the
Bullock.
Wildcat.
Yeah. I liked her, dude. I thought she was funny. I thought she was good. I thought she had some weird socks for an adult, but other than that,
Those are some super weird, like frilly. She was wearing like combat boots with like frilly socks. So I don't know who was in charge
they were
of that.
definitely like some suede boots with like frilly socks that were like folded back down, like my daughter wears in first grade. But dude, I thought she did a really good job. She was comic relief. She brought some emotion to it, like when handcuffed around the pole in the subway.
Yeah,
She's like, "Okay, I want to come with you. Come on, let's go. Just take the things off." And he's like, I don't have the key." Like that whole part, that was really good. And he ends up freaking staying there with her so the whole thing can explode or shoot out of a street or something. Can't remember what it did. I know it exploded at the end.
It definitely exploded. Yeah, dude, it was actually kind of weird because she's so good, but it was like she's handcuffed to the pole in the freaking subway, and she's like having a real like emotional reaction. This thing's gonna crash. She's gonna die. She's like having a meltdown, like a full on like it's a monologue. It's like and scene, and Keanu's like, "Don't worry, I will stay with you."
And he's freaking shaking the pole and kicking it.
So
and trying.
freaking yeah.
That's just how he is.
It's totally how he is, and I love it. But I was like, man, she's really feeling emotions, and he's really not. But
they did say that
they were awesome
their chemistry.
together.
Yeah, I was gonna say they said that their chemistry was like both of them have said like we need to do another movie together.
I agree. They should absolutely do another movie. And dude, remember, and like we did Demolition Man in that for '93, and this was like kind of really her first like big role.
Yeah,
and like this is right after that. Like if it wasn't for Demolition Man, she probably doesn't get this movie. But God, she's freaking good.
Yeah, it was the right choice.
Yeah, she's 29 here, playing opposite Keanu, who's also 29. Like they're both the exact right age for this. I feel like.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool how, because for a movie, if you're all in one place the whole time, the production designer, the costumer, whoever's like, you don't want him to be wearing the same outfit the whole time. It's kind of boring. So Keanu like starts with like 9 shirts on. He's like takes a jacket off, gives it to the bus driver. This one gets ripped. He takes that one off. It's like he changes clothes when he goes out to like comes back with his vest on, and like she's got a bunch of layers on. So it's like everyone's going to be on the bus, but all the lead characters have to keep finding ways to change how they look so that no one gets bored.
Can't look the same. Get stale. Then it's just 2 hours of 2 people riding on the bus. Who's your third?
My third is Dennis Hopper.
Mine is too. I wanted to pick Jeff Daniels.
I wanted to pick Jeff Daniels too because he's awesome. But Dennis Hopper is so freaking insane in this movie.
So freaking maniacal.
Like I think if you just put a normal person in there saying the lines that he was saying, it would not have nearly the emotional weight because he's so freaking sinister.
Yeah, I mean, who else does play that part? You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah.
Who else can you put in for that? Like I couldn't recast that part. Like
I got to
put in like you put in like Christopher Walken. Like he's freaking
put in
weird.
someone weird and creepy. Yeah.
But
who's the guy that's always in the Tarantino movies that's like played the German guy?
Oh yeah.
That guy's great.
Waltz. Christoph Waltz.
Yeah, that guy scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, but can you imagine him saying, interactive TV, Jack, wave of the future? Like you can't, like he doesn't say that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? He's a different kind of creepy. That's why Dennis Hopper is just like Krusty the Clown and Sideshow Bob mixed together. Just like a scary ass clown that's always laughing and he knows a lot of shit and it's terrifying.
As much as I don't like when we agree or when we pick the top 3 build that we did both here, but honestly, man, they all freaking were perfect. It's perfect
Knocked
casting.
it out of the park. Yeah, agreed.
No notes. All right, writer, director, actor stuff. Graham Yost, the screenwriter. He had not done a lot of features. He does after this do Broken Arrow in '96, which I freaking used to love.
God, I was gonna say like I remember that and I really liked it a lot.
Absolutely. I'm sure it's going to be terrible when we do it inevitably in 96, but I freaking used to love that one. He said that he'd had a script doctor do a bunch of stuff to the script right before shooting started, and he hated it all. So he brought in Joss Whedon to fix it, and he's like, Joss Whedon wrote pretty much every line of dialogue in the movie. He's like, not that, like he's just better at dialogue, and I did all the other stuff.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool.
Really good at dialogue.
And like then Joss Whedon also worked with Keanu once he got cast because it was kind of like action hero one-linery, and then Keanu didn't really like that. He's like, I don't want to be like Bruce Willis, diehard action star. Like I'm not really that guy.
Yeah.
And so they kind of made him like a yes sir, like yes ma'am, like oh shucks, I'm just happy to be here.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can you handle the bus? Yeah.
Yeah. But those are all great changes, man. All the freaking Joss Whedon like dialogue stuff.
Yeah, dude, they freaking knocked it out of the park with the writer and having people punch it up.
Yeah,
because however they punched it came out perfect,
dude. And the initial script was entirely on the bus. There was no elevator and there was no subway like the other two big action pieces.
That's what makes it. Like you said, coming out of a cannon, man, you got to do the thing.
Dude, yeah, that was insane. Jan de Bont, the director, first directing job, but he was like a DP on like Lethal Weapon 3 and Die Hard and a bunch of other stuff. And then after this, he does Twister in '96, which is freaking awesome.
Twister, which is great because not only do I want to do that movie, but there's another one coming out now.
I know. I saw the trailer and I was like, Why couldn't they do that 2 years from now so that we could have our podcast out ahead of it?
Right. We'll still get to talk about it. He also does.
Yeah,
he did cinematography on Basic Instinct also.
Nice.
In case you were wondering who was behind that camera squatting down on the floor, it was him.
Dude, the score. Did you remember that when the score hit?
The music? I absolutely did. There's I know this is a playlist that never gets played anymore, but it was a jogging playlist that had the speed dun 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 because it's the right like beats per minute to do the thing. This is what I'm asking you. Think about that song and Bad Boys 2. They sound so similar.
They sound super similar. It's and Bad Boys and Bad Boys 2. Yeah, when that hit, I was like, oh my God. I was like, this dude did Bad Boys. Like I am 100% sure of it. And then I looked it up and it's Mark Mancina and he absolutely did Bad Boys.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
And then I was reading about Mark Mancina. I was like, dude, this guy is legit. Like this is his first movie. Again, first time composing on his own, but he worked with Hans Zimmer prior to this. He worked on Lion King did some Disney stuff. And then from this, he goes on in '95 to do freaking Bad Boys, which has almost the exact same.
Money Train.
Yeah, Money Train, dude, Twister, Con Air, and most importantly for me, he does Tarzan.
Speed 2.
Where he wins a Grammy with Phil Collins.
Yeah.
That Tarzan soundtrack goes hard.
Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah, dude, there's a ton of stuff that he worked on, and as soon as you hear it, you're like,
but the Bad Boys, like I don't know, motif or whatever. It's just like this. Like the notes are different, but they're both like synth hits, like bump, 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 bump. Yeah, with strings. And the Bad Boys one is. If I was trying to grab the music before the podcast so I could play them here, even though I don't think I'm legally allowed to, but I couldn't find it.
Yeah, dude, I definitely remembered it, and it was so like as soon as it was
perfect.
Because in the beginning they just show the elevator shaft. Which was a real elevator shaft. Did you know that? They built a 5-story elevator shaft for this.
I saw that. That's awesome.
That's pretty cool. And as it's just going and they're showing the friggin' stuff, I'm like, oh, God, I remember this. It made me want to not really go jog, but like pull out that playlist and listen to it again.
Yeah. Point a fan at your face and then play that like you're jogging.
Just pretend I'm jogging, right.
Yeah, man. Did you have any other writer-director stuff or a bonus good?
No, I didn't. I just want to state again how much I enjoy Keanu, even though there's a lot of people that give him shit for not being a good actor. I really liked it.
When we watch Dracula and he does the whole thing without ever attempting an English accent, I'm going to make fun of him. But, I also love him.
Yeah, me too. And this is the thing. Don't you feel better loving him than liking somebody like Tom Cruise's movies? You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, I think that's part of it.
Cruise's
Like,
movies.
I can feel good about liking Keanu's movies because it seems like he's really a good person. Like everyone has said for a million years, he's like the nicest guy, and he gave away
awesome.
like $30 million when he did Matrix to the freaking special effects people because he's like, you guys made this awesome. I was just doing my thing.
Yeah, it's just like.
It's like I see pictures of him like just having a sandwich with a homeless guy, like riding an actual bus to go somewhere. It's like, he seems like an awesome guy. Like he's way better as a person than I am. Like I'm glad that he's a good actor because he's awesome.
Yeah, he's in a bunch of good movies, but no other good stuff. I just wrote.
I got one other thing. Robert Mailhouse, who's the tall guy in the elevator, he's the one who's like, "Hey, thanks for pressing that button."
Oh yeah.
I recognize him because he's been in a bunch of TV, and like I always remember him from Sports Night because he was JJ, the network executive.
Oh, nice.
But he is in a band called Dog Star, which is mostly well known because the band's bass player is famous. Would you like to guess who the bass player is?
I have no idea who the bass player is. Pino Palladino.
Keanu, bass player.
How does that start?
He's in a band with Keanu Reeves. So
when does the band start? Before
in 1991. In 1991.
So they knew each other on set.
Yeah. Yeah, so what I read was that like he just like Robert Mailhouse was just like in a freaking grocery store in 1991 wearing a Red Wings hockey jersey, and Keanu Reeves saw him, and he freaking loves hockey.
Yeah.
And he just asked him like, "Hey man, do you play hockey? I play hockey. You guys need a goalie?" And they just started like hanging out and playing music, and then they added a third player as the singer, and but they started playing music together in 1992, and they're still together. Like they released an album in like 2020.
Dog Star with Keanu bass player. That's amazing. That's
I know.
awesome.
I thought that was fantastic. It's the only time they've ever worked together. I was like, oh, dude, if I was best friends with Keanu Reeves and in a band with him for 35 years and I was an actor, I'd be like, hey, man, why don't you call me when you're doing a Matrix movie? Like, I'm available.
Let me know. I want to get on that. Yeah.
Yeah, give me a little something of that. But I just thought, I love that he's just freaking, Keanu just came up to him in a grocery store and was like, do you play hockey? I play hockey.
I am Keanu goalie. Yeah. Dude, that's awesome. That's a nice deep cut.
Let's do the worst. I got a little bit. All right. I know action movie physics can be all over the face, but look. Let's go through the timeline real quick. Dennis Hopper's plan is he's going to take hostages in an elevator, and then he's going to get money. And to do that, he blows up the elevator cables, booby traps the elevator, freaking emergency brake, booby traps his elevator, booby traps his own self, booby traps the door that he's going to walk through into the parking garage.
Yeah.
All of that doesn't go well because Keanu and Jeff Daniels foil it.
Right.
The next day...
No, it's further than the next day.
It's further than that because they had to have their like ceremony with the LAPD.
Ceremony. Right.
But like not terribly far away from there.
No,
maybe a week or two.
Right.
He booby traps one bus to blow up that he happens to know is right by where Keanu gets his morning bagel.
Of course.
And then he booby traps a second bus that has to go above a certain speed. If it goes below a certain speed, it can't go below a certain speed. I think it was called the bus that can't slow down. And on that bus, he's got the speed thing, and he booby traps the doorway, and he's got the camera pointed on there. And then he sets so many bombs throughout the city of Los Angeles in what seemed like a very short time frame. And then, dude, every time his plan blows up, he has a backup plan where there's also a bunch of explosions ready.
He is a very thorough planner, and I like how you said his plans blow up. He even took the time to take out the bottom of the trash can, so when they put the money in the thing, he could get away with it. Like he was a planner.
Dude, I love that part. I'm all in for that part. But the amount of bombs that this guy set, I'm like, how did no one notice him setting explosive devices, like 50 of them all around Los Angeles? But that's a minor complaint.
Maybe he had a ladder, a clipboard, and a hat, because I noticed that people get let into the school when they're not supposed to with locked doors.
Oh, yeah.
If you have a ladder and a hat, they just let you in.
Oh, dude, if you got a ladder, you go anywhere you want. There's no question.
Yeah.
The other one is that I understand the theory of why you don't pay terrorists and kidnappers because you'd incentivize more people to do stuff like that. But he was asking for $3.7 million. Yeah. The amount of property damage...
That's just the money he's owed.
The amount of property damage and loss of life... It would have been 50 times cheaper to just pay him. They wrecked a bus.
All the stuff.
They wrecked a freaking giant 747. They fully blew it up. They wrecked the subway system. Dude, that had to have been $100 million of damage. They could have just paid him.
They
pay
just paid him
his
and be
money.
done with it. Pay the man his money.
It'd be a really short movie.
Yeah.
I was every time something blew up, I was like, that's way more than if they would have just paid him.
I don't know how much that bus is or that lady that got rolled over by that bus, but it's way.
Dude, think about the lawsuits they're going to be brought by those bus passengers. The city's going to be... They should just pay him.
Yeah, I'll accept that.
That's
one
why
guy
our
who pulled
property
the gun.
taxes are so high. They should just pay him. If you die,
You
they're
want
going to
better
take a pay
schools,
cut.
pay the terrorists. Yeah, all valid complaints. I didn't think about any of that because I was clapping my Dorito-stained fingers together with how awesome the explosions were, but I totally agree with you.
That's like the one where I want to find the... God, what movie did I find that for? Someone had actually done, like, figured out that, like, they did the math.
Oh, yeah, the Cinema Sins does an entire, like, thing, shows, like, what's wrong with it, and then they have another thing where they tally up how much money it is. Like, he threw him through the window in Die Hard, and they were like, $600 for a window
I just kept thinking of what's the game we used to play, like Burnout or Whiplash or something, where you would
Burnout. That's the
you
one.
would cause wrecks, and on the screen instead of points, it would tell you insurance dollars that you would.
It would
rack
have
up
a
with that wreck.
flyover, and start racking it all up.
I just wanted to do that with this movie.
It's a good call. The only worst I had was the lady in the stroller and the school kids. Both of them just walked out into traffic.
Yeah,
Like, you got a turn coming up. It's an easy right turn. It's no problem. You just got it. And the kids, the teacher is standing holding the hands of two of the kids. Two police cars come whipping past at like 80 miles an hour. And they watch those pass. And then they go, all right, let's go. And take a step out into the... What are they doing?
yeah, man.
What are they? I mean, I know you can't have the movie. These kids walk across the street or don't walk across the street, or he gets paid. The movie's a lot shorter. I understand that. But this is still stupid. I don't like it. And they should have fixed it.
Dude,
That's
now,
the only thing I had.
And now that I have a toddler and I live where there are busy streets, when I see shit like that, my BP goes to like 600 over 900. I'm like, oh my God, get those kids out of there.
Yeah, why are they just standing there? Agreed. Did you have any worse effects?
I didn't, man. I mean, the bus, I already talked about the bus jumping, but it
Yeah.
still is iconic and they should do it, even though we all
Yeah.
know there's no chance.
No chance.
And then old tech, I love the giant cell phones.
The big Zach Morris phone, the CRT monitors, the guy looping the stuff on a freaking tape.
Yeah.
He was getting angry too. Joe Morgan was like, "Come on, let's loop it," and he's like, "That's looping." And he's like turning around yelling at him.
Yeah, I like how the cop was just like yelling at the guy that works for the news station, because I feel like now they'd be like, have you heard of the First Amendment? Step away from me. And
Yeah,
like they're just
that
not gonna
guy's
help.
yelling back at him like he's a white guy and not scared of the cops. It's definitely the 90s.
We're not gonna take it.
I'm sorry, I didn't know I couldn't do that.
Yeah, political incorrectness. Did you have any?
Not really. I mean, there was a lot of very maybe minor stereotypes that with the gentleman with the gun that shoots
Yeah.
the driver, and
Yeah,
but you know that's.
I
it's the
actually
90s.
liked how much variety there were in the bus passengers.
Yeah, there was
And maybe it's because it's public transportation, but like it's like, hey, we actually
not a lot of rich white people riding the bus. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it was like, hey, it's people from a bunch of different races and like all different ages. That's awesome.
They got that part right.
5 questions. Is it okay for kids?
Dude, I don't know. None of my people watch this with me, but I think I could show Jake. Don't you think?
Yeah, dude.
he's-
I mean,
he's almost 12. I think he can handle this.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the way you guys do things, it's like no one can see a titty, but if shit blows up, it's totally fine. I think then you just, this is for
Nobody
sure,
can
okay.
see a titty. Sometimes I can see him.
Occasionally.
Sometimes when it's time to do my quarterly taxes.
Or renew my driver's license.
Nobody quotes a Ray Romano bit from 30 years ago. All right. So, so I say, I don't know, 11, 12, 13, somewhere up in there. Just know it's
Yeah, if you're cool
explosions.
with violence, it's in that range.
Yeah.
Would this movie get made if it were pitched now? Yeah, dude.
Don't you think? Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I think it would be. I mean, we talked about this with all the Star Wars movies. There's something about the practical effects that just makes everything feel so much cooler.
How many people are there's still buses? I know there is, but like,
Oh yeah.
I guess there's still a lot of people riding buses. I don't know. Do
Yeah.
people? Well, so this is my question though. Thinking about the people that normally ride the bus, are the police even going to send anybody to go get that bus?
No.
And save those people? No. Okay, just checking. Just checking.
We were just making eye contact because we both understood the same thing. Black people do not make good hostages.
He's going to try to save us.
Oh God, I loved old Dave Chappelle.
He's so funny. So, is it a movie? It's got to be a movie, right?
Yeah, it's got to be a movie, and it would be a lot of CGI, and I would still watch it. But I think I would lose the fact they wouldn't wreck 14 real buses. I think it would lose something.
I like the real buses. I got to be honest.
Yeah.
All right. So you said you came up with some people to remake it, some recasting.
Yeah, I did.
Who you got?
For Keanu bus driver, I got Chris Hemsworth.
I had Chris Hemsworth too, and I don't like that. I don't
know.
want that.
I could come up with somebody better. I feel like if I had a little bit more time, but I think he'd be good.
I
in
added
this.
Gosling since now that I watched Fall Guy, since you told me to watch that. So I added Gosling as my second
God,
pick.
Fall Guy was freaking awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. What about?
I want
did you
somebody
read-
younger. Those guys are both in their 40s. Like I want somebody in their 20s, but I just couldn't.
Well, what if you switch it? What if the officer is a lady? Could you have like
Yeah, that'd be cool.
friggin' Brie Larson jumping on the bus to try to save like Paul Rudd as he's driving it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, could you?
I'd be pulling for Dennis Hopper if it was that one, but yeah. Yeah, that'd be good.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, no, I like that.
Switching that around. I don't know.
That's a good idea. Yeah, because I had Zendaya for Sandra Bullock. Maybe I can just flip flop it. She can be Keanu, and then Chris Hemsworth can be Sandra Bullock. And then he's the like damsel in distress. He's driving the bus.
See, and I was trying
That'd
to
be
think,
awesome.
like, what if you switch it? Don't you want somebody who's like kind of funny and goofy to play Annie? Because she's kind of like funny and goofy.
Yeah, I think so.
Can Chris Hemsworth do funny and goofy?
Yeah, dude, he can.
He can.
Remember
do all the stuff.
Remember Thor: Love and Thunder?
Love and Thunder? Gosh, freaking that movie. So, is there any Dennis Hopper recast? Who'd you do for that?
I did Bryan Cranston
Ooh, that would be good.
because he can be freaking Malcolm in the Middle, and he can also be Breaking
Crazy.
Bad. Like he could
Yeah,
be
he's
freaking
good.
terrible. Like he's not as like zany as Dennis Hopper, but he could be.
I bet he could be.
chilling.
Yeah, I bet he could be.
Yeah,
I didn't do Dennis Hopper. I didn't. I was having trouble because I was just so excited to watch it again. It was so good.
can you still watch and enjoy this movie in 2024? Absolutely.
Yeah.
God, it's so good.
Yeah, watch it, everyone. It's so much fun.
I finally like went and checked Amazon Prime, which is where I saw it because it keeps Chromecast won't show me stuff on Amazon Prime, but I was like, I'm checking it manually this time.
Was it on there? Is that where you watched it?
Yeah, it was on Stars, but I had access to it through Amazon Prime.
Oh, nice. I was at work and I couldn't find where I wanted to watch it. And then one of my students told me about a special website that has all the movies on it. So I streamed it from there and it was freaking clear. It was 1080p. It was nice. It was very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, so available on Amazon Prime, or you can rent
Yeah,
it
through Stars, yeah.
elsewhere. Or if you don't care what happens to your computer, you can go to some sketchy websites and stream it.
Go to the dark web and sail the high seas with my students.
Yeah, buy some really cheap HGH and some very illegal movies.
And apparently there are MILFs all in my area that want to hook up. Because all kinds of pop-ups happen.
Yeah, I'm sure. They're very real. We're going to do big on Patreon here pretty soon. In the next episode on the regular feed, the one we've all been waiting for, Time Cop.
Time Cop. Jesus Christ.
Dude, I haven't seen that in so long. I can't wait. It may be horrible. It probably is horrible.
I was just
I'm
about to
excited.
say, there's only the only reason is freaking how much you used to love Van Damme.
God, I used to love Van Damme. Everybody else can just set a calendar or just skip the next episode if you want to. But we are going to do big
No
on
way.
Patreon.
No way. Friggin' Time Cop's going to be a blast. I can't wait.
Yeah. Well, I think that about wraps it up for...
I saw this in a movie about a bus that had to speed around the city, keeping its speed over 50. And if its speed dropped, it would explode. I think it was called The Bus That Couldn't Slow Down.
Jesus.
Oh, man. The Simpsons.
I've been saying that joke wrong every time, too.
I know. That's
But-
great.
But the idea is there.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. Everybody go watch it. Tell your friends.
And a very appropriate Via Con Dios.
Vaya con Dios.
Thanks for listening to Movie Life Crisis. Please subscribe, rate, and review, and remember, don't drive angry.